Your personality shines brighter and can make a lasting impression on others. The way you communicate can greatly impact how others perceive you. However, there are 5 awful habits that can affect your reputation, so it's better to avoid them. So it's time to take charge and make the necessary changes to present yourself in the best light possible. Hello and welcome to our channel First Class Mind. In this video, I will walk you through 5 awful habits that make you look low class. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Avoidant body language. Penn Badgley, from the famous Netflix series You, is a young professional determined to make a great first impression in both his personal and professional life. However, he quickly realizes that his avoidant body language, such as not making eye contact or facing away from the other person, was holding him back. During a rough first date, Penn saw firsthand how important body language can be in making a connection with someone. He learned that confident body language such as smiling, keeping his head up, having his shoulders back and taking up space can immediately strengthen his first impression and make people respect him more. After all, it is a fact that the more confident you are, there is a high probability that people will be interested in listening to know and will take you seriously. Well, inspiration can be taken from the confident body language of John Cena and Matthew McConaughey in a clip he watched. They both are smiling in a video, making eye contact, keeping their heads up and taking up space, making them both appear confident and strong. Penn decided to adopt the mental cue of open and expand to help him maintain confident body language in nervous situations. By focusing on being more open and expansive, Penn found that he was naturally able to do many little things right without thinking about each individually. As a bonus, he also started to feel more confident. Penn is a young professional who is determined to make a great first impression and establish a successful career. However, he soon realizes that his avoidant body language is holding him back from making meaningful connections and impressing others. Number 2. Talking tentatively. Penn's journey towards confident body language started with a realization that his avoidant body language was affecting his interactions and opportunities. He noticed that he often hung his head, didn't make eye contact, and faced away from others, which made him appear nervous and unapproachable. These habits were preventing him from making meaningful connections and impressing others, which was important for his career goals. To overcome his avoidant body language, Penn is seen paying attention to successful individuals and how they carry themselves. He discovered that confident body language was a common trait among high-class individuals. He decided to adopt it himself. So Penn learned that confidence can take many forms and that 4 key body language principles are crucial for projecting confidence: smiling, making eye contact, keeping their shoulders back, and taking up space. To make these changes, Penn implemented the mental cue of open and expanded. By focusing on being more open and expansive in his interactions, he found that he naturally adopted more confident body language. His posture became more upright, his smile became more genuine, and he started making eye contact more often. This not only helped him project confidence, but also made him feel more confident. Penn's journey shows that it's never too late to improve your body language and make a great first impression. By being aware of your habits and making small changes, you can project confidence and professionalism and establish yourself as a high-class individual. Confident body language can open doors to new opportunities and relationships, and it can also boost your self-esteem and make you feel more in control of your life. So take a page from Penn's book and start working on your body language today. Number 3. What to actually say. It is often said that your choice of words while making your point has a huge impact on others. It is also believed to reflect your knowledge about the particular area or domain. So what is it that must be done to make people believe that you stay put on your stance and you know what you're talking about? After all, if you are not clear about that aspect, how could you intend to convince others? Penn's determination to make a great first impression and establish a successful career is admirable. By focusing on his body language and speaking habits, he has already taken important steps toward projecting confidence and professionalism. However, he knows that the content of his conversations is just as important. To stand out, Penn decides to avoid asking first instinct questions and instead focus on asking questions that are unique and that the other person is excited to answer. By doing this, he can have conversations that are more engaging and memorable and establish a connection with the other person. One example of this approach was when Penn perceived another Hollywood actor about a time when his formal acting training collided awkwardly with the realities of being on set. He also asked the celebrity about details in his new home that he was particularly proud of and ones that served as a reminder of compromise in marriage. These types of questions show that Penn is interested in the other person and is willing to have a deeper and more meaningful conversation. Penn's journey shows us the importance of being intentional in our interactions and taking a holistic approach to making a great first impression. By being aware of our body language, speaking habits, and the content of our conversations, we can project confidence and professionalism and establish ourselves as high-class individuals. Number 4. Retreating after a miss. Often it happens that while talking, your tongue slips. What you intend to say is not what comes out of your mouth. However, sometimes it also happens that you might convey a message in a manner that is perceived differently by others. Well, this was reflected in Penn's case as well. Penn understands that making a mistake in a conversation can happen to anyone, and it's important to know how to recover from it. He realizes that retreating after a failed attempt to make a joke is a common mistake, but he also knows that this is not the way to handle the situation. Instead, he discovers that there are 2 effective ways to recover from a failed joke. The first way is to joke about the bad joke and make fun of yourself, which shows confidence and a good sense of humor. This approach can break the tension and keep the conversation going, even after a joke bombed. The second way is to simply laugh at oneself and acknowledge the failed joke. Penn recalls a news anchor who told a Dalai Lama joke that bombed, but he recovered from laughing at himself and making light of the situation. Penn recognizes that by being able to laugh at oneself, one can come across as self-aware and relatable, which can make a strong impression and contribute to having engaging conversations. He realizes that being confident, self-aware, and having a good sense of humor can help one overcome small setbacks in a conversation and keep it going, building a connection with the other person. Number 5. Injecting an unnecessary brag into conversation. Penn emphasizes the importance of avoiding the mistake of injecting unnecessary brags in conversations. This tendency is rooted in the desire of individuals to be liked and to appear likable or admirable to others. But in reality, bragging about achievements, wealth, or possessions is likely to have the opposite effect and push people away. Instead, Penn suggests being natural and sharing relevant information as it becomes appropriate in the conversation. To illustrate this point, he uses Jamie Foxx as a great example of someone who shares interesting aspects of his life in a way that is engaging and doesn't come across as bragging. When Jamie tells the story of meeting Kanye West, he mentions that he had a music studio in his house, but it fits seamlessly into the story he's telling. Penn warns that people should be mindful of this pitfall and not come across as trying to brag through their stories. To further improve one's storytelling skills, Penn recommends watching a video on Jamie Foxx, who is a master at telling engaging stories. By avoiding the mistake of unnecessary bragging and sharing information in a natural, relevant way, individuals can make a strong first impression and have engaging conversations that people will remember and appreciate. Therefore, it can be said that habits such as poor hygiene, using foul language, being disrespectful, being unorganized, and being late can have a major impact on your image and reputation. By being mindful of these habits and making small changes, you can improve your personal and professional image and achieve greater success in your career. Always remember that making good first impressions are everything, and it's never too late to make positive changes in your life. However, you also need to know that you face challenges at every step of your life, and each challenge helps you grow. That was all for today, folks. Do let us know in the comments if you agree with these principles. Leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and look out for more content from us.